Hi there, I'm Nicole Crane, and welcome to Poppin' Pussy, a thinking woman's guide to seductive women in pop culture. Let's jump right in. Tonight I'll be discussing recreating yourself as a powerful seductress. So I'll be starting off with a summary of Law 25 from Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power, and how that relates to the movie Dangerous Beauty, which was also titled An Honest Courtesan. So Law 25 is recreate yourself. So to elaborate on what that means, do not attempt the roles that society foists on you. Recreate yourself by forging a new identity, one that commands attention and never bores the audience. Be the mistress. He says master, but this one is for the ladies, so I corrected it. So be the mistress of your own image rather than letting others define it for you. Incorporate dramatic devices into your public gestures and actions. Your power will be enhanced and your character will seem larger than life. So in the beginning of this movie, Veronica's mother is trying to teach her how to seduce using food. And honestly, it doesn't go well, spoiler alert. So her mom is like deep throating this asparagus basically and like delicately like eating chicken from the bone and like being hot as fuck basically. But Veronica, it's her turn and she just kind of like bites the head off of the asparagus and is like basically eating the chicken like a fucking turkey leg, and she's like some peasant from the medieval times. And so as you can see from this next scene that I'm about to share with you, she definitely mastered recreating herself from a woman who had to hide her education. She was interested in knowledge, and during the 16th century, that was just something that wasn't allowed. So I'll show you the transformation.
The Latin for banana is ariana. Banana tree is pala. A woman's greatest and most hard-won asset is an education.
So as you can see, she definitely got some practice between when she first started and when that scene happened. All right. And then our next example is for when he's talking about being larger than life and incorporating dramatic devices into your public gestures and actions. So there was a scene where basically it was Veronica's coming out party, and there was this humiliating male poet who she was kind of challenged to duel in a battle of words. And so this is one of the devices of the movie, so I won't share everything that happened, but a little bit ahead of ourselves. So this is the scene where she was challenged, and she totally seduced the entire audience, not just with her gorgeous beauty, of course, but also with her mind. And then to even elaborate further, later on again, she was challenged to another duel with the same man, but since he kind of took some low blows about her profession, she actually ended up taking off her like big bustly skirt and challenging him to a duel of swords rather than pens, and got pretty wild. So as you can see, she was a bit untraditional. This is like actually a codpiece, so she's wearing men's pants, which I'm sure was quite unheard of in those days. um, Totally lovable movie. I would suggest you check it out. I wasn't able to find it anywhere except for YouTube, but it was only $4 to rent for a couple of days, so I highly recommend it. So this is such a potent example of feminine expression of like a more feminine expression of traditional methods of power. So not only did Veronica get to stop hiding her lust for knowledge and openly pursue an education and later become a published author and poetess, something that essentially was unheard of in the 16th century. Um, not only just being published as a woman, but also just being allowed to read and get an education openly without having to hide it. But then she could also continue a relationship with her lover in a somewhat open fashion, spending all the time that she wanted with him and asking him without asking him to forfeit his status. Of course, there's a bit of a tragedy with that, but I mean, you have to have the bitter with the sweet, right? So I decided to start here in this mini series, Feminine Expressions of the Laws of Power, because in this movie, Veronica's mother teaches her how to recreate herself as a courtesan to open up her options for success and happiness. And as we saw with the banana scene, her mother taught her the ways of seduction. And this is exactly why I created Courtesan Queen. I wanted to share the expertise that I gained during the 16 years in the sex industry, and also to help you recreate yourself as an irresistible seductress. So to learn more and to make sure you don't miss any of the information about the doors to Courtesan Queen opening on September 21st, sign up for my email list in the link below, and I'll see you next week as we explore Law 32, which is play to people's fantasies. Bye for now. Mwah.